What's up YouTube? Darkmaster491 here, bringing you my Emboar Special with 2 Wi-Fi battles showcasing my novelty Emboar movesets. So anyways, got 2 battles here. First battle is against a Zap user from Pokemon Wi-Fi server. I believe his username was Lightfire Dragon or something like that. So anyways, I'll be sure to provide a full description on each respective Emboar set at the end of each battle, so be sure to check that out as well. So anyways, my first opponent was a pretty cocky guy. He's saying stuff like, I know everything your Pokemon are gonna do, so I'll kick your butt pretty easily. So anyways, I'm like, bring it on, let's see what you got then. So let's get started then. Alrighty, so we got a battle here against Soul, who's going to lead out with a Darmanitan, while I lead out with my Smeargle lead there. And he's going to go straight for that U-turn and switch into Honchkrow, I guess predicting the Spore or something. But unfortunately for him, I'm going to predict that and go for the Stealth Rocks. And after that, follow that up with the Destiny Bond. So that's going to easily take him out if he falls right into the trap. So he's going to go for a Superpower here. I guess that was saying that he was banded or holding expert belt or something, but it doesn't really matter now since I am going to take this thing out. Possible threat later on, which will be gone. No longer a threat. Alright, so now I'm going to send in Zapdos there to scout out whatever he wants to send in next, I guess. But he's going to send in Darmanitan. Now, I do have the red card on this Zapdos, but unfortunately it doesn't work for some reason, which I have no idea why it didn't work just now, but I'm just going to go for a safe Thunderbolt and try to weaken that thing there. And it doesn't take it out, so I'm going to switch into Scizor to go for the Pursuit in case he does decide to switch out Darmanitan and save it for fodder later on, which I definitely don't want happening since that could disrupt my Emboar sweep in between there. So now he's going to send in Rotom to take out Scizor and go for a Hydro Pump or Electric Attack. So I'm going to switch into Gastrodon, which is perfect to take either of those type of moves pretty much. And right here he's going to burn me with the Will-O-Wisp since there's really nothing else he can do. And I'm just going to poison him with the Toxic there, which will gradually weaken him over time. So the longer he stays in on the field, he's pretty much going to be doomed to death all the more faster. So anyways, I'm gonna go for that Scald to burn whatever he wants to switch out into or whatever. I did want to go for Ice Beam between, but I decided to just go for some safe Scalds in case he does decide to stay in and try to stall me with a Pain Split or something like that. So he's going to do that, and I'm just gonna go for another Scald in case he switches into whatever. And right here I figure maybe he's gonna switch right now, so I'm just gonna go for a Recover to get my energy up to full. This way he could take anything like a Draco or I don't know, Choice Banded Outrage. I'm not really sure if he can take a Choice Banded Outrage, but having the HP full is the most important thing right now for Gastrodon since I don't want to lose it early. And right here, I'm going to predict the Stealth Rocks, so I don't want him to do that and get rid of Zapdos just yet. So I'm going to switch into Zapdos right here. And he does decide to switch back into Rotom. I guess he wanted to continue to stall the game or something. I don't know why he switched back into Rotom there. Anyways, I'm going to go for a Roost here, and he is going to go for a Hydro Pump, activating my red card. Finally, which should have worked before. I still have no idea why it didn't work before. It probably could be it just doesn't affect Sheer Force Pokemon. So anyways, time to move on to phase 2 of the battle. Alright, so I'm going to get a Roost off here, predicting the Ice Punch, but unfortunately he is going to just go for the Stealth Rocks instead, which is a good prediction, but it is kind of late to get some entry hazards up. I'm going to go for a Heat Wave now to weaken this thing. Now, what I want to do here is I don't want to knock this thing out, but I rather want to weaken it enough so that Emboar can take it out with the Flame Charge. And now he is going to get a crit with the Ice Punch, and miraculously Zapdos does survive that, so that's awesome. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt, weakening him just enough so that Emboar can take it out with the Flame Charge there, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And now this is a naive natured Emboar, so after one Flame Charge, it will outspeed everything that has base speed that Ductrio and Sceptile have pretty much. So it's going to outspeed everything else on his team pretty much. So he's going to switch in Salamis, not expecting a Head Smash, and he's going to get owned right here, right there. He didn't even see that coming, look at that. So Head Smash is going to take out that Salamis in one shot. Now Rotom Wash is going to come in, and I'm just going to go for a safe Superpower here, just in case the Head Smash did miss by any chance, which would be pretty bad. And right here, Emboar's HP is right within the Blaze range, so this is perfect. Now that my attack is reduced, I can just take it out with the Fire Blast, which should knock out Gengar with the Blaze boost pretty much, and that's going to be the game. Alrighty. So basically this is a naive-natured Emboar with a max speed of 251, and it is designed so that after one flame charge it will reach a pretty nice speed of 376.5, which basically means you'll be outspeeding everything within Sceptile and Dugtrio's base speed, and pretty much everything under that, which includes Azelf, Gengar, Latios, and all that good stuff. So that's definitely awesome there after just one flame charge. So yeah, Superpower, Head Smash, you're fighting on rock coverage here. You got Flame Charge to increase your speed and attack at the same time. Get a speed boost for each use. You have Fire Blast to handle your steel type opponents that just aren't weak to Superpower there. And it's also your only special attack on this set, so it can come in handy on certain situations there. And of course you have the Life Orb item to decrease your HP for each turn, also giving you a 1.3 boost in your attack moves pretty much per each turn, and also will slowly help you to reach that Blaze Zone where Fire Blast will get a pretty hefty boost there. So it's definitely pretty awesome. That's pretty much it. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment on the video there, post your questions, and I hope you guys enjoy the battle. And I do have another battle coming up, so be sure to stay tuned and check it out. So we got another Wi-Fi battle here against another SAT user from the Pokemon Wi-Fi server, whose name I don't even remember. It's been about a month since I last had this battle. So anyways, be sure to have a full description for this Emboar set at the end of the battle, so be sure to check that out as well, and enjoy the battle. So we got battle number 2 here against Bryce. He's going to lead out with the Starmie, and I'm going to lead out my Zapdos. And pretty much I'm just going to go for a safe discharge just to get a Parahax on whatever he decides to switch into, or if he decided to leave in Starmie for whatever reason. So anyways, he's going to switch out into Rotom here, and it's going to take it fairly well. It's going to go for a Toxic to gradually wear down my Zapdos over time, and I'm going to stay in to go for another discharge, hopefully to get the Parahax this time. Unfortunately, that isn't going to happen, so I'm going to have to resort to Plan B and switch into my Sceptile now. Unfortunately, he is going to predict that and go for the Volt switch, giving him a free switch to either of his fire types, and he's going to decide to switch into Infernape here. Now I'm going to have to scout what kind of Infernape this is, so I'm going to go for a substitute just to see what he decides to do, and he's going to go for a Fire Punch. And now I'm going to switch into my Azumarill to pretty much take the Fire Punch, and it is going to take it fairly nicely. And right here I'm just going to go for a Choice Banded Waterfall, which is pretty much going to do a huge amount of damage to whatever it decides to switch into. And as you can see, Starmie didn't really take that all that well. So anyways, right here I'm going to switch into Bronzong to take the Thunderbolt and start setting up a couple of things. So he's going to get the Parahax, unfortunately. And right here he's going to switch out, giving me the opportunity to set up my Light Screen. And so we're almost done setting up here. I just need to get my rocks up, and he's going to predict the switch to set up his rocks, and pretty much I'm going to set up my own right here. And now it's time to heat things up. So now I'm going to send in my Emboar, and I'm going to take a bit of Stealth Rocks damage, and pretty much just going to eat up that Lava Pool. Really not going to do much at all, considering the resist and the Light Screen. Not to mention this thing is maxed out on HP and special defense. So right here I'm going to predict the switch and go for Bulk Up, increasing my attack and defensive stat, and getting a little HP for that leftover. It doesn't hurt. And right here he's going to try to stall me out this Leaf Powder. Unfortunately for him, that is going to miss, and I'm going to take it out with a Stone Edge, which is great. Unfortunately his part for that miss, and now he's going to send in Starmie, and he's going to try to wash me out with the Surf. Unfortunately, it's not going to do all that much since the Light Screen is up, and regardless, Emboar takes that very nicely, that max HP and special defense. And Flare Blitz is simply going to take it out. Now, I didn't want to use either of my other moves since I didn't want to risk moves missing for whatever reason, so I just went for a safe Flare Blitz there. And now, taking a close combat from Infernape, Emboar barely survives, delivering a smashing hammer arm, instantly knocking out Infernape. unfortunately, it's going to leave me with the bare 61, barely surviving, and right now, just have enough, not enough to survive the next assault, so he's going to take out Emboar with a Brave Bird attack. So that's going to be the game. I'm just kidding. Anyways, no, I have 5 other Pokemon, so anyways, I'm going to finish things off now with the Salamence. So that's pretty much the game. Oh, actually, he's going to try to stall me out a little further. He's going to switch into Heatran here to eat up my Fire Blast and get a Flash Fire boost from that. And now he's going to switch out again to avoid my Earthquake and to Rotom. So now I'm thinking he's trying to lure me to going to Outrage or something like that. So I definitely don't want to fall for that trap. I'm going to go for another Fire Blast to try to see if I can take this thing out. He does decide to leave in Rotom, which I guess I overpredicted there, unfortunately. And he's going to get the Toxic on me. I guess he doesn't have the Hidden Power Ice, otherwise I'm sure he would have used it. So anyways, right here I think he's most likely going to try to stall me out. So I'm going to make a safe switch into my Sceptile. And he did exactly as I thought, switched into Heatran. And he's most likely not going to switch out of a Grass type anyway. So I'm just going to set up my sub and get my HP down low enough where I can pretty much bring his HP all the way down with Endeavor. So that's going to be great. And it's going to make this a lot quicker than it would have been had I not pulled it off. So now Endeavor is going to bring his HP all the way down to 53. And that's perfect. It's just enough so that Discharge can take it out. So that is great. And that is about going to be the game. So here I'm just going to send Zapdos out. Zapdos not in the perfect condition, but it's already late game, so I don't have to worry about that Toxic anymore. And Discharge is going to take out Heatran, and now he's going to send out his Rotom again, which apparently is barely going to survive the Stealth Rocks. Wow, that looks so close there. And he's going to try to weaken me with Shadow Ball, which isn't going to do all that much, unfortunately for him. And I'm going to take it out with the Discharge. And so yeah, that's pretty much about the game. Only other thing is Skarmory's just going to survive this discharge somehow, and I'm just going to take it out in 2 turns. So that was pretty much the game there, and pretty good game against Bryce there. Good game. So yeah, feel free to leave a comment as to what you thought about the Emboar sets, and also any other ideas for Emboar sets of your own. So leave some comments under the video there. And so yeah, that's pretty much the game. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will have a description of the Emboar moveset at the end of the battle, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And so yeah, thanks for watching. That crit totally didn't matter. Alright. So pretty much this is a bulky Emboar with a careful nature, and I did max it out in HP and special defense, so it can take special attacks pretty nicely there. And gave it Hammer Arm and Stone Edge for your fighting and rock coverage, and Bulk Up is there pretty much to increase your attack and defensive stats. And it definitely works great in conjunction with after you set up Reflect and Light Screen with something like Bronzong or another bulky Pokemon that can learn both screens. So then you send this thing out and start bulking up behind screens, and that's definitely a great combo for setting up there. And last but not least, you have Flare Blitz to take care of any steel types or whatnot that resist Hammer Arm and or Stone Edge pretty much. So it's your last ultimatum move there. And it is 100 accuracy, 100 accurate and 120 base, so it's definitely a great move overall, and it will get that Blaze boost after it's low in HP enough there. And Leftover is there to gradually increase your HP per turn pretty much, so it's a great item overall there. And that is pretty much it. If you have any other questions about this Emboar set or the other one in previous battle, be sure to leave a comment below and with your question or whatnot. So hope you guys enjoyed the battle. I will be having a Samurott special coming up next, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Check it out, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the battles, and stay tuned for more. Peace.